My name is Mary. This is my story about mountain climbing. Overcoming struggles of life is a lot like sliding down slopes and climbing up mountains. My story of overcoming begins with a fall. I picked up my first drink at the age of 13. I quit school at 16, got married at 17, had my son by the time I was 20 years old, and my first DUI shortly after. I got the courage to start climbing. 6 weeks after my son was born, I left my first husband and entered rehab. I was able to control my drinking for a short time, but it was not long before I was drinking again. On the outside, things looked like they were okay. I even kept a job for 10 years. With inflated confidence at the top of the mountain, I began to fall. I began drinking again, socially this time. I married a second time, but continued my social drinking habit. My second marriage ended. I received my second DUI in 1990, lost my driver's license, and was laid off from my job. I got my driver's license back later in 1990, only to receive another DUI. I went into detox and admitted that I had a problem with alcohol, but denied my drug habit and continued to use drugs. I went back into detox. I couldn't stop crying about my helplessness and hopelessness. I had cut the support ropes. People started refusing to help me, but they never stopped praying for me and pursuing me. I finally became sober that same year at the age of 36. 39 days into my sobriety, I met my soon-to-be husband. As I look back over the mountains I've climbed, I can see that having nowhere to go but up was necessary to change my life. What helped me to keep climbing was going to therapy and the spiritual influence of my family and friends. Since then, I have experienced 2 other falls, not of my own doing. I was diagnosed with cancer for a second time, and I was separated from my grandchildren. I wondered if I had enough energy to climb these mountains or if I would die before I could reach the top. I knew I needed more ropes this time and others to climb with me. This time my husband, family, and friends and Stillwind have been with me, helping me climb. On this climb, I've recognized how God has been involved the whole time. He had a purpose for every mountain. I had to wait for it to unfold. Currently, I am enjoying great views of life. I've been married for 26 years. November 20th, it will be 28 years of being sober with the help of AA. I've been able to see the world. I beat cancer again. I reconnected with my grandchildren. When I felt I couldn't climb anymore, I believed the prayers of my mom, who died this past January, carried me. I feel more stable, happier, and content than ever before.